In an Oakland warehouse, the TV show Mythbusters blows up, smashes up, crashes into, and lights on fire prevailing cultural myths. I love that show. I don't have a warehouse, but today I plan to smash up and otherwise burn up 3 prevailing management myths. Let's see if you recognize any of these. Number 1, if only I knew how to manage better, my employees would do a better job. Myth number 2, I know my life would be easier if only I were a better delegator. And myth number 3, if I was better at motivating people, my employees would do what I want them to do. Are you ready to be relieved of these management myths? Let's bust these gosh darn myths. Starting with myth number 1. If only I knew how to manage better, my employees would do a better job. But here's the truth. People hate being managed. Managing people is an unforgiving uphill battle. People want input, they want feedback, and sometimes they want help. But most of us are quite able to manage ourselves and our work, and we believe it. The reason employers think that people are inept at managing themselves and their output is because they haven't been led to see the expected result. My experience is that the prevailing culture is one of micromanagement, disrespect, or at least underappreciation, matched with a lack of vision or purpose. If you want to raise the bar, you need to shift from managing people to leading people and let them manage their own results. When they're given a vision, a mission, a purpose, and most importantly, if they feel a sense of being valued and respected, almost all people will rise to the challenge. How do we bust this myth? Stop managing, start leading. Myth number 1, busted. Myth number 2, I know my life would be easier if only I were a better delegator. Delegation, by definition, is telling people what to do. While some people may need some instructions, your job is to stop telling people what to do and start to support them by becoming a great communicator. My experience is that managers, by having all the answers and having all the decision-making in their hands, hold employees hostage to constant oversight and scrutiny. This creates the inability for them to solve problems because employees are unsure of their decision-making authority. They won't think like a manager, and they will be criticized regardless of their decision, so they stop. All of this leads to managers thinking employees can't think for themselves. If you want people to have higher authority and the ability to, quote, think on their feet, you need to stop solving all the problems and making all the decisions and start asking great questions and allow others a higher level of authority. How do we bust this myth? We stop delegation altogether and we start great communication. Myth number 2, busted. Myth number 3, if I was better at motivating people, my employees would do what I want them to do. Well, guess what? You can't motivate anyone. Motivation is an inside job. We hold it inside ourselves. Like the proverbial horse in water, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So what can you do? You put the right person in the right job. Find out what unique talents people are bringing to your organization and then let them do that. Figure out what behavior styles each job takes so you're not putting round pegs in square holes. And lastly, understand what drives and motivates each person and provide some intrinsic value in your organization. My experience is that managers hire people into jobs based only on prior work history. They promote people who are successful in one area without thinking about if they can be successful in a new position. They don't look at behavior requirements of the job before they look for the right person to fill it. If you want to motivate people, find out what they love and let them do it. They'll be motivated on the inside. Create a team that enjoys each other and the value they all bring. Look for alignment, not carrots and sticks. How do we bust this myth? Stop motivating and start aligning. Myth number 3, busted.